Apple is aggressively slashing component costs on key parts like the display panel to save money. Yet the overall price of building the phone is skyrocketing due to chips and memory becoming far more expensive. Because of these shifting economics, you could be looking at a massive price jump when these flagship phones hit store shelves. But that's not all. Apple is completely changing their release calendar, shrinking the dynamic island by a massive 35%, adding a mechanical variable camera aperture, and dropping a brand new 2nm processor inside. In this video, we're going to break down every single rumor line by line, so you know exactly what's happening before you decide whether to upgrade or wait. According to industry sources, Apple is negotiating hard with its main screen suppliers, Samsung Display and LG Display, to lower the cost of the front screen. Reports indicate that Apple is buying the display panel for the iPhone 18 Pro Max at an average price of $66.50. To put that number into perspective, that is nearly 20% cheaper than what Apple paid for the iPhone 17 Pro Max display panel last year, which was around $80. And if you go back 2 years to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, those screen panels were costing Apple over $100 each. Now, you might be asking yourself if a cheaper display means the visual quality of the screen is going to get worse. The simple answer is no. Apple is actually moving to a brand new organic material stack called M16 for these display panels. This new material improves brightness efficiency, extends the overall lifespan of screen pixels, and offers better color precision across the entire panel. So, why is Apple squeezing display suppliers so hard if the screen material is actually better? It all comes down to the rising cost of internal parts like memory, storage, and the central processor. Because memory chips have become so expensive industry-wide, Apple is trying to trim expenses everywhere else to keep profit margins intact. However, even with these screen savings, it might not be enough to prevent a price increase for the end buyer. According to financial estimates from places like the Wall Street Journal, the base price of the iPhone 18 Pro could jump to $1,299, up from $1,100 on previous models. The larger iPhone 18 Pro Max could start at $1,399, representing a $200 price increase over its predecessor. Beyond the pricing structure, Apple is also making a huge operational pivot in how they launch new iPhones. For many years, we've been used to seeing 4 new iPhone models launched altogether during a single event every September. But according to Bloomberg, Apple is abandoning that strategy in favor of a staggered 2-part rollout. In September 2026, Apple plans to focus strictly on their most expensive devices, the iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and Apple's very first foldable iPhone. Then, several months later in the spring of 2027, Apple will launch the secondary wave, including the standard base model iPhone 18, the second-generation iPhone Air, and the budget-friendly iPhone 18e. This staggered timeline generates consistent income all year long and relieves immense pressure on assembly partners like Foxconn during their peak hiring season. If you're expecting a massive visual redesign on the back of the phone, adjust your expectations slightly. Since the iPhone 17 Pro introduced a major shift with its raised aluminum camera plateau, the iPhone 18 Pro will mostly keep that same physical layout. However, the colors are expected to be much bolder. Leakers report that Apple is testing a completely new cherry red finish alongside a brand new light blue colorway, sitting right beside traditional dark and light gray tones. Moving to the front of the device, there's a very noticeable functional change coming to the display area. The dynamic island cutout is getting much smaller. According to dimensional leaks, the physical cutout width is shrinking from 20.76 millimeters down to 13.49 millimeters, representing a massive 35% reduction in surface area. This raises the total screen-to-body ratio to approximately 94.7%. Apple achieves this by moving part of the Face ID system, specifically the flood illuminator sensor, directly beneath the active OLED display panel in the corner. Screen sizes will remain comfortable at 6.3 inches for the Pro and 6.9 inches for the Pro Max, utilizing advanced LTPO Plus panels. Now, let's focus on the camera updates, because this is where one of the biggest mechanical changes in years is happening. The iPhone 18 Pro introduces hardware-level light control through a variable aperture system. In standard smartphones, the aperture opening is fixed. With a mechanical variable aperture, physical blades inside the lens can open wider or close down depending on lighting conditions. In low light, the iris opens wide to let in real light natively. In bright daylight, the lens opening narrows down physically to prevent overexposed highlights and give you true optical depth of field with natural background blur, rather than relying purely on artificial software portrait modes. Underneath the glass, the phone will be driven by the new A20 Pro chip, manufactured using TSMC's cutting-edge 2nm fabrication process. This transition increases raw chip manufacturing costs by roughly 50%. To optimize performance, TSMC is using a wafer-level multi-chip module packaging method that integrates high-speed system RAM directly onto the same silicon wafer alongside the CPU and neural engine. Along with the A20 processor, Apple is also ditching third-party cellular modems in favor of their own custom-built C2 modem, featuring enhanced energy efficiency, satellite-based 5G communication support, and advanced privacy protections. All of these internal component upgrades lead into the final critical spec, total battery endurance. Supply chain leaks indicate the flagship iPhone 18 Pro Max will feature a battery capacity of up to 5,200 mAh, while the smaller iPhone 18 Pro will move to 4,288 mAh. When you combine a larger physical battery with a 2nm processor, integrated memory packaging, an LTPO Plus display, and a custom C2 modem, the cumulative power draw drops significantly. What do you think about these changes and the potential $200 price increase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more straightforward tech updates, and I will see you in the very next video. Goodbye.